The Brave Brothers, Tim and Jake's Lantern Adventure. Once, in a peaceful little village, there lived two brothers, Tim and Jake. Tim, the older brother, was 10 years old and full of curiosity. Jake, who was 7, was more cautious but loved to tag along with Tim on adventures. One chilly evening, their grandmother told them about an old legend. Deep in the forest, there was a magical lantern that glowed brighter than the stars. It was said to grant a wish to anyone brave enough to find it. Tim's eyes sparkled. "Let's go find the lantern," he said. Jake hesitated. "But the forest is dark and scary." Tim smiled and placed a hand on Jake's shoulder. "We'll go together, Jake. I'll hold your hand the whole way. The journey begins." The next morning, they packed a small bag with snacks, a flashlight, and their grandmother's advice. Courage is not the absence of fear, but moving forward despite it. As they entered the forest, the tall trees seemed to whisper. The sunlight faded and shadows danced around them. Challenge 1. The rustling bush. Suddenly, a bush rustled nearby. Jake froze. What if it's a monster? Tim stepped forward and peeked inside. "It's just a squirrel," he laughed, and Jake joined in. Challenge 2. The broken bridge. They came to a small wooden bridge, but it was broken in the middle. Jake panicked. "We can't cross this." Tim looked around and found a fallen tree. "We'll use this as a bridge." Together, they carefully walked across, cheering when they reached the other side. Challenge 3. The glowing eyes. As night fell, 2 glowing eyes appeared in the darkness. Jake grabbed Tim's hand tightly. "I'm scared." Tim shone the flashlight and saw a deer. "See? Not everything in the dark is scary," Tim said. The magical lantern. Finally, they reached a small clearing where the magical lantern stood on a tree stump glowing brightly. As they approached, the lantern spoke. "You've shown courage, teamwork, and kindness. You may make a wish." Tim and Jake looked at each other and said, "We wish to always be brave and help each other." The lantern sparkled and sent a warm glow around them. It didn't just grant their wish, it gave them the confidence to face anything together. The return home. When they returned to the village, their grandmother smiled proudly. "You found the true meaning of bravery," she said. From that day on, Tim and Jake became known as the Brave Brothers. They inspired other kids to be courageous and work together to overcome their fears. Moral of the story. Bravery is not about never being scared. It's about moving forward despite fear. Teamwork and support make challenges easier. Kindness and courage light the way, even in the darkest times.